Have you noticed how certain people instantly trigger you? For example, someone criticizes you and you keep replaying that for days. Or someone is rude with you and you feel bad about it, or you hate that person. Or someone is succeeding in their life, like they are buying home, buying cars, getting a lot of money, getting promotion, traveling the world, and by seeing them you get a weird mix of jealousy and judgment. Now look, I understand for everyone triggers can be different, but here is the thing. Listen to me carefully about this one. People who trigger you are not the problem. They are actually the mirrors revealing exactly what you have not accepted in yourself yet. Wild, right? I learned this last year, and after practicing things, my relationship with myself and with other people have changed in a beautiful way. And in this video, I'm going to reveal every single thing that I have learned. Ready? Let's go. So here what I will show you step by step. Number 1, why certain people trigger you, and your reaction reveals which of your hidden patterns. Then the next thing we will learn is a 1-question test I will give you to catch it in real time when you are having a trigger. And the third thing we will go through is my exact journal method to turn your judgment about anyone into love for them and love for yourself. So stick with me. This will completely shift how you show up in your life. Now, this is the thing I didn't understand for years. Okay, I kept waiting for other people to change. Has that happened with you? I would think like if only my manager would communicate better, or if only the person was not so arrogant, or if only other person would stop doing the things that would bother me so much. And with all of this judgment about other people and about myself, sometimes I would feel so stuck and drained, like I was carrying some weight which I cannot explain. But then, what really shifted for me is, why are they like this, to what is this teaching me about myself? Change my entire life, 360-degree change. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you today in details. Now, before I show you exactly how to work with this, I have created something for you. I have created a Notion dashboard for you where you can track your triggers, spot your patterns, and see exactly where your energy is stuck. Because here is the thing. Once you see your patterns in real time, everything shifts. Okay, link is in the description box, but to understand how to fill it, you need to check this video completely. And if you're someone who is ready to go even deeper and you want to work with these triggers in live hands-on way with me, I'm hosting an energy reset workshop on February 21st, which is an in-person in Bay Area. So if you're someone who is excited to learn more about it, the link is in the description. Go check that out. Now let's understand how your reaction to your triggers show your beliefs system about yourself. Okay. Now let's take an example of, let's say someone criticizes you. Now, this is not the first time you have been criticized. Remember, like you might have got criticized way back in your childhood by your parents when you did something wrong as a child. Okay. And in that moment, when you were a child, you have started building your belief about yourself. And it could be anything, that I'm not good enough, or I have to be perfect, or if I do mistakes, that's bad and my parents are not liking it. Anything, any belief, but you start building your belief in the childhood. And now as an adult, when someone criticizes you, there are 2 things that are happening. Okay, and now you have to think about your own triggers in this case. But here are 2 things that are happening. Either you feel superior. That means you think like, I would never have done like this in this situation. They are wrong. Okay, you judge them to protect yourself. And the second thing you might do, either or, okay, either you will feel superior and think like that, or you will feel inferior and you might think, oh, they are right. I'm not good enough. I always mess up. and you get into that spiral, you replay it for days. So both of these things, they are patterns. Carl Jung, who is an influential psychologist in this area, called this as the shadow. The hidden beliefs you have been carrying since childhood that run your reactions without you even realizing it. Interesting. Okay, are you ready to go a little bit more deeper and actually work on it? Okay, now take a notebook, all right, and put 6 columns. I'll tell you each column what it means and what to write one by one. The first column is the negative feeling, all right. Now you are going to write down all the feelings you have that are your triggers, that is bothering you. For example, my mentor was rude to me in a meeting. Negative feeling. Or a co-worker took all the credit for my idea. Another example could be someone criticized my work in front of others. Okay, so write down all the negative feelings. Ready? Pause this video and write down. Okay, I'll continue. You pause the video. After you have done with writing your negative feelings, then check the next step. Now, the next thing I want you to do is now identify the negative feeling that you had written. In the second column, identify whether it is a superior, like do you think superior of what happened, or inferior? And here is an example. For example, my mentor was rude to me in a meeting is a negative feeling, and for that I feel inferior. I felt small, not good enough. Another example is a co-worker took credit for all my ideas. And in that situation, I felt superior. Like I felt like they are so dishonest. I would never do that. Okay, you got the idea what to write down, right? So pause the video and write which pattern showed up for you, whether it was superior or inferior. Okay, and what you felt in shorter ways, like why you felt inferior and why you felt superior. Write that down as well. Now you can also write your feelings in this way, like either whatever the pattern was, in this case inferior, and then what you felt small, embarrassed, not good enough, and go with your example. So like what you felt for that pattern could be a third column. I think you got the idea. You have a template in front of me. So instead of watching the video, start working on your patterns in your notebook. All right, go for it. Now, what you will be doing is you will be writing down the 3 places where the exact same feeling shows up. Now, here is an example in front of you. Now, the negative feeling was what? That my mentor was rude to me in a meeting. What was the pattern? I felt inferior, right? My feeling was I felt small, I felt embarrassed, and my core feeling was I didn't felt good enough. Now the next column, you have to write 3 places where you felt you were not good enough. Now I'm telling you with this example, you have to write down based on all the columns you have worked upon. Okay, this is just as an example I'm showing you to get an idea. So your feelings will be different, your core feeling will be different, but whatever core feeling you get, core feeling is nothing but, like for example in this example, small, embarrassed, I'm not good. That what does that show up? That I don't feel good enough about myself. So same thing, that is a core feeling, right? So from that your feeling, where does that feeling show up? At other places, not at this place. Now you will see in my example, in social media, when I get fewer likes, I don't feel good enough. Again, that core feeling is showing up over there. Or when I see a co-worker getting success, I compare their success to mine and I don't feel good enough. Or when I gain a little bit of weight, for example, and then I check my body, I feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough. Okay, even that is a pattern. So identify 3 places where that core negative feeling is showing up for you. Got it? Go for it now. The next part is interesting. Okay, see the mirror effect. Now you have written 3 examples where your negative feeling is showing up in the outer world, right? Now you're going to write down, where have I been this way? With this example, the negative feeling is my mentor was rude. But now we are asking the question, where was I rude? Was I rude with other people? Was I rude with myself sometimes? Like, for example, when I'm comparing and I feel more like a failure, am I being rude to myself? Yes, right? Or I tell myself I'm not good enough. I'm actually being rude to myself and self-sabotaging myself, right? It's being rude to myself. Or I replay the mistakes I have done for days, and I'm not forgiving and forgiving my mistakes. I'm being rude to myself, right? I'm repeating same things again, negative things about me. Hey, you are not good enough. You are this, you are that. I'm being rude to myself, right? So in this way, you are going to identify how, like, the negative feeling which you got because someone else triggered you, the same thing you have done for someone else or to yourself. Got it? Now write that down. I totally get it if this is getting a bit challenging, because saying things out honestly, it takes a bit of courage. But trust me, the moment you admit the things that, yes, I have been this way too, you stop making others villain and you realize that we are all same. Like, even I have been harsh, or I have been rude, or I have judged people, and may not be in the same situation, but the feeling, the energy, it's all same. Now, acceptance is where the real change happens. When you say this, like, I see it now that I have been rude to myself and to others, and that's okay, because we are all humans. We all mess up. The situations might be different for you, it might be different for me, but the feelings are the same. When I go through something, even they go through too, right? So I forgive my mentor in my example, and I forgive myself too, because if my mentor is rude, so do I. Even I am showing rudeness at certain places, not with my manager, but with certain other people, right? Or with myself, I'm being rude. And I choose to love myself anyway. Even if I'm being rude to someone, I love myself because I'm not doing it purposely. It's happening unknowingly. Okay, that is another thing. Okay, you are not purposely being rude. No one does that on purpose. There's always some hidden triggers that you don't understand, that you are behaving in certain way. But you always choose love to yourself, and you choose to see them, others, with compassion. Getting my point? So that's your sixth column. So what does the sixth column is showing me? So for example, like with this example, you are going to, now this is just an example, okay? You are going to check your own all those 6 columns, and you're going to write it down in this way. But in this example, so my mentor was rude, was the negative feeling I was carrying. I felt inferior because of that. I felt small, embarrassed, judged, right? That was my feeling, which is column 3. Then we wrote 3 examples that where the same pattern, where I'm feeling small, embarrassed, judged, basically I'm feeling I'm not good enough, is showing up at 3 other places. So in my example, it's social media, when I don't get likes, when I compare myself with others and I feel like I'm not good enough, and I'm not loving my body, where again I feel I'm not good enough. And now the core negative feeling, which is like being rude, where am I doing that to myself? Like I'm replaying the mistakes I have done and I'm being rude with myself, or I'm becoming harsh critic. That means I'm again being rude to myself, or calling myself a failure. I'm being so much rude to myself. So at the end of the day, what I'm doing is I'm forgiving my mentor and I'm forgiving myself. So first thing is I'm forgiving myself for messing things up, for being rude, for being ugly, for whatever I have done. I'm just forgiving myself. I'm not living in a guilt. Whatever happened, it was not under my control. All right? You don't do things purposely. When you are hurting someone, when you are being rude to someone, that has become your pattern. And because of that, you are behaving like that with yourself and sometimes with others. So you are forgiving yourself and you are forgiving others for whatever thing they have done. Understanding? So let's bring all together what we have done so far. Now, the people who trigger you, they are not your enemies. What we have understood right now by doing this 6-column journaling template, right? They are showing you the parts of yourself you have not accepted yet. And when you do this work, when you do this journaling the way I have told you, when you notice the trigger, name the pattern, and admit where you have been that way too, and when you choose compassion for yourself, everything changes. You stop being controlled by other people's behavior, or you stop waiting for the world to change so you feel better. You stop replaying those moments for days. You heal from inside out. And here is a beautiful part. When you realize that you go through, everyone else go through. The situations might be different, the feelings are the same, right? You start seeing people differently. You see their rudeness and think they are struggling too. Or you see their arrogance and now you will think they are protecting themselves too. Or when you see the criticism and you will think they are just doing their best like me. And that compassion, that is a shift. That's the freedom. This is what I feel and what I have learned. The people who trigger you are your greatest teachers. And when you learn what they are teaching you, you will never see your relationship or yourself the same way. Thank you for being here. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care.